Hello there. I want to have a chat about intuition and more so offer you 3 tips on how to start trusting your intuition more. I meet so many amazing women IRL in real life and online too, and they're doing really amazing things in their life and they want to do, have, and just be more, but they're not quite sure how to trust themselves to move in the direction of that more-ness. And I want to say that trusting your intuition is a skill. It's a skill, like any other skill that you may have to practice. And because the more you practice, the stronger it gets. And your intuitive muscle can be worked just like any other physical muscle can be worked. It is the commitment to working on the muscle is what makes the difference. So I just want to make sure that we're on the same page. When I say intuition, because some people get very weird ideas about it, I'm talking about that subtle knowingness that becomes conscious. It is a knowledge that you carry without rational reasoning. It is not something that is necessarily analytical, and it's more of an instinctual understanding. And some people call this a gut feeling. You've heard that term for sure. Some people call this subconscious awareness. That's another term. Some people call this divine insight. You get the idea. Lots of words for the thing. But intuition is an ability to understand something without a need for evidence or having to do a lot of conscious reasoning. And we all have this ability. We all have intuition. Using my intuition has been something that I have relied on since I was a teenager, from like what kind of guys I was going to date to what colleges to go to. If it was a good idea to move from a small town in the Pacific Northwest in Washington State to a big city like Chicago, sorting through career path options that would be a good fit for me, or trusting my intuition that the minute I saw my now husband, I knew I found him. I have practiced this a long time. And so, I don't want to brag, but like my intuition muscle is strong. And over the decades practicing, I have realized that there are a couple guideposts that you can use to help you determine when your intuition can be trusted and maybe when it can't. So I want to share 3 tips with you. First tip with how to trust your intuition more is to determine if it is your ego speaking. The ego, our ego, is a part of your mental aspect that likes to justify things, right? Our ego likes to justify things. It is also very, very concerned with your survival. So thank you, ego, for helping to keep me alive. But this means that anything or anyone that may appear as dangerous in any sense of the word automatically triggers the fear-focused part of your ego. Not always a bad thing, but sometimes it doesn't serve you. Now, contrary to what the world wants you to believe, fear is not your baseline. It is not your baseline personality. Fear is not who you are. You are love. When you are trying to decipher your intuition, it's a good idea to get still. And whether this is in meditation, sitting in a bathtub, sitting in the sun, however you do it, get still, connect with your intuition, the feeling, that knowing, and see where it's coming from. And ask yourself, is this coming from a place of fear, fearing for my life? Or is this coming from a place of, maybe I feel a little scared because this is new? Powerful discernment between those 2 things. Second tip on how to trust your intuition more is to observe, how does this place, this person, this thing, this choice, this opportunity, etc., how does this make you feel in your body? Your nervous system is incredibly nuanced and tied into your mental thoughts and your emotions, like what you're feeling, your feelings. And through the sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight, and the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest, it changes the physiology of your body to match and adapt to whatever is going on. It's a system, very reliable. So once you have ruled out your ego out of the picture, when you tap into your intuition, See what it feels like and where you feel it in your body. So as far as the what it feels like, if your heart chakra energy feels expansive, this is a great indication that you should trust yourself. Even if you're a little scared, because, big changes, that kind of goes along with it a little bit, some of the excitement. But on the other hand, if your heart chakra energy wants to contract or retract, it's probably not in your best interest, and that is your intuition going like, maybe not. And as far as the where in your body, where you might feel your intuitive spidey senses in your body, this is a very individual thing. So some people might feel a certain way in their stomach, and it might feel like, oh, is this excited butterflies or is this acute nausea? Others might feel something in their throat. Your throat might feel closed up or tight. Or do you want to sing? Do you want to laugh? Do you want to sigh? Maybe it's a sensation in your head. Is there ringing in your ears? That's a very good sign. Or is it a headache? For empaths, this is something very important to know how to navigate. But regardless if you're using your clair senses or not, your body gives you physical clues. Thank you, body. So the question is, do you know the language? Do you speak the language that your body is communicating to you? Do you speak that language? And the last and third tip on how to trust your intuition is to watch for confirmations. Watch for external confirmations. Are you paying attention to the signs? We all have our own ideas and desires and our thoughts going. The brain is very busy, right? And sometimes we blow through our intuitive guidance. But oftentimes, to get our attention, our guides will help support you, will help support us. These little winks from your guides come through stimulus, external stimulus in the world. And I know this has happened to you because it has happened to absolutely everybody. And I want to encourage you to not discount those external winks from your guides. And so these confirmations, these signs, sometimes they're actually literally signs, right? You can be driving down the street in your car and you see a billboard with a certain message on it, or you see a bumper sticker. You can see repeating numbers that you keep seeing, like at the gas station, at the grocery store, repeating the same numbers over and over again. It can be lyrics you hear in a song, or feeling the urge to play a specific song and then listening to the lyrics. It can be a commercial, an ad, overhearing a snippet of conversation while you're running errands, receiving a phone call from somebody that you didn't expect and they tell you something that just resonates with you in a certain way. The list is long. You get the idea. Trust that it's confirmation for you because you notice it. It has come into your conscious awareness for a reason. So trust. Practice trusting yourself. And on that note, to help support you, I'm offering 5 spots, only 5 spots in a 21-day Trust Yourself one-to-one intuition container with me. So I can be your personal cheerleader and walk you through how to build this muscle for yourself, because everybody needs that grounding and that internal trust in themselves, because that lays the foundation for everything else, right? So what this is personal support daily, if you want or need it, from me throughout the month of February. So how it works is that we will have a Zoom call on Tuesday where I'll do a little bit more teaching around this topic of intuition, and we'll set you up in a Voxer, which is a text and voice messaging app, so that you and I can connect and communicate through the rest of the month for 21 days. And I can support you in building this trust muscle and helping you make decisions on what supports you and what you need. So you will have my guidance hand by hand. So only 5 spots open. Link is below. It is first come, first serve. So if you're interested in it, and maybe you're watching this in a couple days from now and you miss out, but you're interested, let me know. This is the first time I'm doing something like this. So I'm excited, and maybe I will do it again. We will see. But thank you so much for watching this. Thank you so much for trusting your intuition more. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I hope you have a great week leaning in to trusting your intuition more.